You're watching Fox 24 News at 10.
First tonight on Fox 24 News at 10, keeping the faith for the safe return of Faye Swetlik.
Lord, we are on our knees, Lord, praying for Faye. Lord, I want to pray for her safety. Lord, wherever she is, God, that you will protect her. God, you will keep her from harm. God, you keep her safe. Lord, I pray right now, Lord, that if there's a way for her to come home, Lord, that you will show her clearly the path that she needs to go. God, I pray you give her an opening. I pray you give her a window. God, give her courage and give her strength.
The community of Casey held a prayer vigil for the 6-year-old girl tonight. She's been missing since Monday afternoon. Her parents say she was last seen in their yard. The Casey Department of Public Safety held a news conference this afternoon asking for the public's help.
And we specifically asked that the residents of Churchill Heights here in Casey who have cameras such as surveillance cameras around their houses, doorbell cameras, Ring doorbell cameras, anything like that, anything that records, and have any type of recording on their devices between the time of 2 and 5 p.m. yesterday, please call us at that number. Let us know that you have that recording. We'll come get it, look at it, and it may be key in us proceeding with this case.
Police also released this picture. She was last seen in this outfit, a black shirt with neon colors, a flower print skirt, and polka dot rain boots. If you know anything about this case, you're asked to call this telephone number. It's 803-205-4444. There's been discussion about why an Amber Alert wasn't issued. SLED is the only agency that can activate an Amber Alert. Plus, investigators say they aren't certain Faye was abducted.
We've not ruled anything out. We're not sure that she hasn't just walked off and is somewhere in the woods or at a neighbor's house, possibly in distress or fallen or something like that.
We found data from the Department of Justice. Amber Alerts have proven to be a powerful tool since launching 24 years ago. 967 children have been rescued nationwide, specifically because of an Amber Alert. In 2018, an Amber Alert was directly related to the successful recovery in 71% of family abductions and 25% of non-family abductions. Just into our newsroom here in the last half hour, Charleston County deputies have arrested a man in connection to a deadly West Ashley shooting. Deputies say Markel Myers has been charged with murder. The deadly shooting happened last October. That's when Clifford Harrison was shot and killed. The crime happened on Hitching Post Road.
We had a record high today. We made it to 80 degrees for the second time so far this year, and that broke a record from 1939, an 81-year-old record where it was 79. Our average high is 62. It's still warm out there this evening. We're looking at those temperatures in the mid and upper 60s. We're not going to fall a whole lot more overnight tonight. A couple spotty showers mainly off to the west of I-95, and we can't rule out a couple showers overnight tonight. But in general, we're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies staying mild, possibly a little fog, especially as we head towards sunrise tomorrow. And we're going to be looking at those temperatures staying right about where we should be for highs this time of the year, even to start out your Wednesday morning. We've got more warm weather, but changes are coming. We'll talk about all that coming up in just a couple of minutes.
South Carolina-based Santee Cooper could be bought by an out-of-state bidder. Today we found out there are now 3 potential groups that could take over the utility. Fox 24's Rachel Ellis is live in Monk's Corner with what we know so far. Rachel?
Bill, good evening. I'm standing in front of Santee Cooper's offices. It's where many people in Monk's Corner go to work every day. Just down the road from where I'm standing, we met a former employee who says selling Santee Cooper won't solve anything. Jody Perry says he worked for Santee Cooper for almost 40 years.
Who's going to take care of this vital resource that has brought so much employment and jobs to this area?
He spent most of those years at Jeffries Generation Station. The potential sale hits close to home.
If it hadn't been for Santee Cooper, there wouldn't be any of this industrial development going on with that benefit from these low power rates.
We met Jody at his home in the Stony Landing neighborhood, just down the road from Santee Cooper. He wants his former employer to be left alone.
You don't know who would be retained and who would be let go.
Florida-based Next Era Energy is the recommended sale choice by the State Department of Administration. Dominion Energy and a reformed Santee Cooper are the other contenders.
The debt's going to be there no matter who owns the debt. They're going to pay for the debt one way or the other.
Next Era says they would pay off nearly $7 billion in Santee Cooper debts and provide customer refunds.
I would love that if my power bills went down. But at the same time, I don't know what kind of risks we take in having a new company.
A risk Santee Cooper customer Dorothy McRae isn't sure is worth it.
We've had excellent service. We don't really know what we're going to get with another company, but hopefully it's for the best.
And Jody has a message for decision makers up in Columbia.
Why would you even do this when there's no real benefit for the state? You can say, oh, well, the state doesn't have to worry about that debt. What happens if Next Era goes broke? Where are they going to get the power from? Who's going to run it?
The reconfigured Santee Cooper says it would offer lower rates than Next Era and no layoffs. Les Davis, who represents Berkeley County, says a series of meetings will be held over the next few weeks. That's when the three bidders will get together to decide what they'll present to the General Assembly. Reporting in Moncks Corner, Rachel Ellis, Fox 24 News.
Santee Cooper declined an on-camera interview today, but officials sent us this statement instead. Quote, it's clear this was a tremendous undertaking by the Department of Administration in soliciting and analyzing these proposals. Today's report represents much hard work by that agency. Santee Cooper appreciates the opportunity to submit our reform plan, and we look forward to this next step in the process. A vote deferred. Charleston City Council deferred plans to change traffic flow on Maybank Highway and Riverland Drive. Neighbors weren't happy about the idea of rerouting traffic from the busy intersection into a quiet residential street. They came out in droves to the council meeting to make sure their voices were heard. Fox 24's Ann Emerson went to that James Island neighborhood today. She spoke to people who say they want a solution, but this isn't it.
This is Maybank Highway and Riverland Drive. Right now, there's no left turn lane to get on to Riverland. Tonight, the city's discussing whether to stop all left turns. Traffic would be diverted onto Gulfview Drive. Walter Barton and his wife have lived here for 25 years. He says he got T-boned by another car trying to turn left on Riverland. But sending traffic to Gulfview? He says that's not the answer either.
It's a very dangerous intersection, and to dump all this traffic onto a small residential street of Gulfview is just inappropriate. It's not the right solution. The right solution is either a turnaround or a dedicated turning lane on both sides going into either the terrace or down Riverland Drive.
Madeline Britton heard about the city's plan and was out talking to neighbors on Gulfview Drive with her 5-week-old baby today. She wants the city to keep fast-moving traffic off of the neighborhood road.
You know, the people who drive down here to bypass this intersection are very obvious because they're going 50 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour. Obviously, I'm concerned about the safety of this little one who wants to ride bikes when he's older and, you know, play and, you know, the golfers. So I don't think it's a full solution for the problem.
We've reached out to the South Carolina Department of Transportation. They're studying the problem right now. Ann Emerson, Fox 24 News.
Your voice, your future. Is the Palmetto State do or die for Joe Biden? The Democratic presidential hopeful is in Columbia tonight. He left New Hampshire early to hold a rally in South Carolina's capital. In the newest polls just released from New Hampshire, former Vice President Biden is tied for 5th place. But that didn't stop him from stumping with positivity.
Tonight, though, we just heard from the first 2 of 50 states. 2 of them. Not all the nation, not half the nation, not a quarter of the nation, not 10%, 2. Now where I come from, that's the opening bell. not the closing bell. And the fight to end Donald Trump's presidency is just beginning. Just beginning.
We'll dive deeper into the New Hampshire primaries a little later in this newscast. There's much more to come tonight on Fox 24 News at 10. A local teacher receives a top honor and a huge prize. Why she was selected for the recognition and how she responded. And help for the homeless. See how a man who lived life on the streets is now able to guide others.
Coming up tonight on Fox 24 News Now at 11, we've gone fishing. Fly fishing, that is. We sit down